Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Blake again with Northwinds Wilderness School. As we're approaching the winter solstice, the middle of winter, Christmas is probably what most of you call it, some thoughts have been coming to mind that were spurred by a conversation I had with my wife yesterday. You're about to learn some things about me that are probably not important, but we were going through our DVDs. We have hundreds of them. And we were trying to figure out what to keep and what to give away. And as we were going through, I learned that there were several titles that I really wanted to keep, and there were several titles that she really wanted to keep, and a few that we were really ready to get rid of, and a few that we kind of wanted to keep. And we decided that we would write the date on the cover of each one. And in a year, any that we had not watched, we would get rid of. And as we were going through writing dates on these probably couple hundred movies, we started to realize that in this modern day of Netflix and Hulu and iTunes and Vudu and Amazon, that it doesn't really make sense for us to use up the storage in our house to keep 200 movies. You know, about 10 years ago, we got rid of all of our VHSs, and now I think we're getting rid of all of our DVDs. Which really got us thinking about the things we own and the clutter and just mess that comes from owning things. I'm reminded of a relative who sort of has the American dream. You know, 2 cars, a motorcycle, 4-wheelers, snowmobiles, boats. And as I'm thinking about these things, the really what comes to mind is I'm glad I don't have to deal with all that. I don't have to deal with license plates for all that, insurance for all that, maintenance for all that. It feels to me like owning these things is a burden almost. I mean, this past year I bought a boat. It's nothing fancy, but it gets us on the water. It gets us to where the fish are. And I am so excited that I finally have a boat. But at the same time, now I have to deal with insurance. I have to deal with license for the boat, license for the trailer. I have to deal with putting it away for the winter, which my dad had to help me with because I was too lazy to do it myself. And it has created this inventory in my life. You know, this time of year, people are often wondering, what am I going to get? What's someone going to get for me? What are my presents going to be? And I think I've taken more of an approach of, what can I get rid of? How can I declutter my house? You know, do I need a stand mixer and a hand mixer? Do I need a Ninja and a food processor? Like, anything that happens in my world that takes up space is something that I think I can get rid of. Even more, those of us who are fortunate enough to have things we don't need are in a unique position to help people who may not have the things that they need. Maybe by me giving away my DVDs, somebody who is not fortunate enough to afford iTunes and Netflix and Hulu and all those other things we talked about can now have some movies to watch. And maybe they can give some movies to their kids for Christmas. When we donate the things we don't need or give away the things we don't need, not only are we decluttering our own lives and sort of lifting a burden off of ourselves by having all these things we have to deal with, but maybe we're helping someone else who doesn't have enough. You know, I think I own 4 winter jackets. There's no reason to own 4 winter jackets. But I'll bet you somewhere within 20 miles of where I live, there's someone who can't afford one. So I'm not saying give away everything you own. You know, I have a house, I have land, I have a canoe, I have a car, my daughter has a swing set. Owning things is fine. It's part of what we do in this world. But maybe we can each take an inventory of the things we have, and we can really think about what's important to us. Is my freedom important? Is my space important? Is the cleanliness of my home important? Or is it important to have 200 DVDs, 2 different food mixers, and 20 different kitchen knives? Once you've taken that inventory, maybe you can use your things to help someone in need. Make their world better, make your world better. This will create gratitude, it'll create goodwill, it'll create community. These are the things that are really important to us. Gratitude, goodwill, community. I'm going to challenge all of you this holiday season to take a few moments, look through your world, and maybe get rid of some of the things you don't need. Maybe use some of the things you're getting rid of to help someone else. If you do this, let us know in the comments maybe what you got rid of, or maybe how it made you feel. Or maybe if you were to give something to someone in need, you let us know how that interaction went. I want to see how all of us can make our communities and our world a better place. My name is Blake. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your holiday season.